Hello, everybody. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for joining me again, especially to my faithful subscribers. And welcome back to another Freddy Cooks International. I don't know what came over me. Soul food makes you do that. So that's right. We're having soul food today. Chicken, greens, and cornbread. Very unorthodox mukbang meal. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not at all. Maybe people do this all the time. I don't know. I don't care. I'm having it today, so that's why I'm excited. But I'm always excited because I love to eat. I already said my blessing, my grace. So it's just time to get on. Let me tell you what I'm drinking today. I am drinking, okay, this is water. But, I want to get close, but okay. So, come a little bit closer. There's some frozen fruit in here, and I don't know where my blackberry mix. I just had it, but I don't have time to look for it. This strawberry lemonade. Crystal Light, strawberry lemonade, Crystal Light. Boom. Boom. Stir. And there we have it. Ooh. I'm going to sit it to the side for now. Okay. It's time to get it on. Hope you have had a wonderful week so far. We're already on Wednesday. This week has gone so freaking fast. For me, anyways. So I got a relatively new job, and I took the place of someone else. This other person went to a new department, so I am taking her spot. And when I first got hired, it wasn't as fast as it is now, or busy as it is now. It didn't seem that busy because we had 4 people, which includes my supervisor. And when the 4th person left, now it's only 3 of us, and my supervisor's not always on the phone because she's doing other things. Mind you, this is I say it's a temporary job, but who knows? I mean, it's cool for now. But it's really busy from start to finish. Doing a type of customer service. That's just my thing. I love customer service. Okay, let me eat and then we'll talk, okay? I'm going to eventually try some more new hot sauces, but I found one that I really like. It's the sriracha hot chili sauce. Love it. Want more of it. I only had one more chicken drumette left from yesterday. It's gas station chicken, but it's the best chicken that I've ever had. I can say that. It's from Crispy Crunchy Chicken. It's a gas station chicken. And apparently it's a chain of them. Because I've heard people do this on, not very many, but I've heard 2 people so far have this chicken. B Loves Life, and I don't know his full name right now. Emilio, I can't remember his whole name, so sorry. I was going to shout him out, but they've done this, but this chicken is off the hinges. Off the hinges. That's slang for off the chains. Off the chains is slang for off the hook. Off the hook means this got it going on. It's got it going on mean it's good. But you just can't say it's good. Because just saying it's good don't tell you the full story. This chicken is off the chains. It's off the hinges. Kind of like the door. Well, maybe that's not a good example. Off the hinges. It's not even on the hinges anymore. I don't know. Don't ask me. Just learn the phrase. That's what I was told when learning Spanish. I'm still learning Spanish, but there's some phrases that just does not translate literally or word for word. So you just really gotta learn the phrases. It's not gonna make sense if you try to say it in English. You just have to learn the phrase. I think one example is, ponte las, what is it? Oh. Ponte las pilas. I think that's how to say it. Ponte las pilas in Spanish. If you speak Spanish and if I'm saying it wrong, correct me, but I think that's what it is. Ponte las pilas. Ponte las pilas. Means put the batteries. Yeah, or put in the batteries. Something like that. Like, let's go, let's go. I guess you think about maybe like the Energizer Bunny. I don't know if you ever seen that commercial. There's a Energizer battery commercial with the Energizer Bunny with the batteries, and it keeps going and going and going and going. Well, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Ponte las pilas. I don't even know how I got on that. Oh, I know how I got on that. I was talking slang about this chicken being off the hinges. And sometimes things doesn't make sense. Slang doesn't make sense, really. I'm sure it came from somewhere. And if we can get down to the root, it will make sense. But some things just really don't make sense, especially learning different languages and learning the other language, slang in other languages. You just really have to learn the language because it really don't make sense. Anyways. Oh, food is so good. If I haven't said that before, I'm pretty sure I have. So I have cornbread under there too, y'all. This is one of my favorite meals. I don't have the full soul food shebang, just chicken, greens, and cornbread today. Love greens and cornbread. These are collard greens. I would put my collard greens up against anybody in the whole world, like seriously. And I really am working on trying to see how I can get my greens in the grocery store, because really there's not a lot of choices of collard greens. I know when Glory Greens came out, Glory and what is it? Margaret Holmes, I think that's her name. people were really going crazy because they were really seasoned. And the reason is because the greens are seasoned. They're canned greens. And they're really good. Actually, these are Margaret Holmes. I didn't feel like cooking my own because it's when you cook fresh greens, you have to wash them thoroughly and pick them off the stems and wash them thoroughly 2 or 3 times just to make sure all the grit and dirt, because it is a plant that grows from the ground, so it does have grit and dirt, and then sometimes bugs. So you wash all of that off to make sure it's clean, right? I didn't have time for all of that, and this is the closest thing to good. Of course, I added my own seasonings to this, and I will share for others, for many who are interested in knowing how I made this, I'll do a recipe on them. But long story short is, this is one of my favorite meals. I said all that to say that. And this is going to get pretty messy. I'm just going to let you know now. Pretty messy because I grew up eating this with my hand. I grew up in the country, by the way. A country boy. As if you couldn't tell already. So I'm going to be ditching this fork. And using my hand. I'm sorry if it freaks you out or gross you out. This is what we do today. For some reason, it tastes so much better with my hands. I know that's all in my head. But it just is that way. I know you see me licking my hands, my fingers, but don't worry. I wash my hands. But guess what? I always wash my hands. And let me tell you something. Everyone who is listening and watching to me right now, if you go in the bathroom, restroom, public places, use the restroom and don't wash your hands, you're nasty. You're nasty. Don't get mad at me. Just own up to it that you need to do better. Because think about this. You're going in the restroom, and I've seen this, so I know some of you are out there somewhere. You're out there. And there's a reason why, I know there's a reason why you don't wash your hands if you're out there and you don't wash your hands when you go to the restroom. Chicken bone. If you are one of the ones, no shade, no judgment. Actually, we are judging. But it's okay. It's a righteous judgment. Because you need to do better. And that's okay. We all need to do better in some things. But just hear me out. Lay the pride aside and hear me out. Okay? Because I love you here. We love here on this channel. Freddy loves you. Okay? If you use the public restroom, do your thing and leave without washing your hands, there's a couple reasons why that may be the case. One, your parents did not tell you or teach you to wash your hands. More than likely they did, but maybe not, because there's a reason why the parents may not have told you if that didn't happen. We'll talk about that as well. But one, your parents didn't teach you to wash your hands or make you wash your hands after you use the restroom. Or two, they told you and taught you, or they didn't teach you, because if they had taught you, you would do it. But they told you to wash your hands before leaving the restroom, and you did not do it. Because why? Because, of course, of kids, we know everything as kids, and we don't do what we're told. It just happens like that. It is the way that's the way it is. Here are the consequences. You go to the restroom, use the bathroom. For men, shake your little willy. For women, okay, I'm not gonna go there. Pat it off. I don't know if that's child friendly. Okay, let me start over. You use the restroom and do your business, and you come out without washing your hands. Seconds later, hey, Joe, what's happening, man? Give me 5. Woo! Shake my hand. Be my friend. Don't eat the bookies out the garbage can. So you go and shake hands with somebody, and now you have just subjected me to shaking your hands that you've been touching yourself with, may have even gotten a little urine on your... I'm just saying. Don't subject me to your nasty hands. I may not want to touch yourself. So give me a choice if you're going to not wash your hands. Now, I don't know what you've done in that stall. I don't know if it was number 1. I don't know if it was number 2, 1 or 2. I don't necessarily want to touch your hands after the fact without washing them. Okay? Now, think about people, grown men. I have seen this over and over and over again. Grown men at work. Not my current job. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure it happens because it happens all the time. I saw it at my other job. Come in the restroom, use the restroom, flush the commode, leave right out of the door without washing their hands. Okay? A grown man who does not wash his hands after using the restroom at work, he doesn't wash his hands when he leaves out of the restroom and the grocery store. So what happens? Women, you're not off the hook, because I've heard many stories from women at work that says some of the nasty women go in the restroom. And that's even more invasive. Use the restroom and do not wash your hands. Nasty, nasty, nasty. If you don't wash your hands in the restroom at work, if you're in a tight and you have to go in a grocery store, you still don't wash your hands. That's a habit. That's one of the habits that you don't sometimes do and sometimes don't. Not in public. So what happens when you leave the restroom in the store, just to say, or you don't even have to use the restroom in the store. You use it at work. You didn't wash your hands before you went to the store. You went to the store right after you left your job and you didn't wash your hands. Now you all in the store, touching the fruit, feeling on the apples, thumping the grapes, Fit it on the tomatoes, picking the right one. Now, granted, shame on me if I don't wash my tomatoes or my grapes, which is another thing. Some people do, some people don't. Some people haven't been taught that you need to wash your fruit. I'm just saying. So now, your nasty hands has been all over my fruit. If I'm one of the ones who don't wash my fruit, now I'm eating your nastiness. And now I got the coronavirus. I'm just saying. I don't have it. I'm just saying. That's how diseases get around. Colds and all different types of diseases. And we don't even know what we've been exposed to. If we could really see, or just some possible way to know what was on some of the doorknobs that we've touched. Oh man. Pretty sure we'll be surprised. Moral of this story is wash your nasty hands. Okay? So, now we're going to get to the point of why people who don't wash their, why does people who do not wash their hands, why don't they wash them? I said it could be between one or two things. Parents didn't tell you to wash your hands. Or you just do what you want to do and don't wash them. You never did, never thought anything of it. And that has become habit. Which leads me to something else. If you grow up not washing your hands, or either your parents didn't make you wash your hands, or you decided that you were just not going to wash your hands, so it never became habit, it's not your habit. So when you grow up to have kids, or I say when you grow up to have kids, or when people grow up to have kids, because that's not their habit, they don't teach good habits to their kids. And so now you have kids who has grown up under adults who were once kids who did not like to follow rules or wanted to do what they wanted to do. You see the trend here? And so that leads me to something else. And I'm just rambling, but just go with me if you can. Follow me if you can. If you can't, just watch me eat for now, and we'll talk about something interesting another day. But I hope you can follow me. At least follow me enough to wash your hands and think about what not washing your hands can, how that can affect other people. Because maybe it's not you who are not washing your hands, but think about the other person who are not washing their hands. You wash your hands, but other people are not washing their hands. What are they exposing you to? So we're exposing each other to different things. And that's why it's so easy to get common colds at school, at work. and what have you. I guess my point is non-responsible or unresponsible. Is that the word? Unresponsible or irresponsible. Thank you. I heard that. Irresponsible children turn out to be many times, not all the time, irresponsible adults who raise irresponsible children because they don't have anything to teach them. And then so the cycle keeps going. Now our whole humanity is basically deteriorating because we're getting further and further and further. Further and further and further. Okay, I'm tripping with these words today. We're getting further and further and further away from I don't want to say morals too, but just further and further away from what's the word am I looking for? Somebody help me out. Being civil. Huh? I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. I was intending to put some of this. This is pepper sauce. Actually, there were jalapeno peppers in here. Homemade jalapeno peppers. And I ate all the jalapenos. And this is just the juice, which basically is pepper sauce. I've almost eaten everything now, but put a little bit there. Wash your hands. Dang, I can't believe it's been 27 minutes already. Y'all, did you know that you don't know what you don't know? And say it again. Did you know that you don't know what you don't know? Meaning, if you have no knowledge of something, there are some things that you really don't know that you don't even have knowledge of. For example, a little kid crossing the street. Now the little kid, you telling the kid, come back, hold my hand. The kid is not trying to hold your hand because the kid wants to be an adult. Wants to be guided, wants to do it on their own. You see that with kids all the time. They want to do certain things of their own. So they're pulling away from you. What they do not know because of their lack of experience is that their car is going both up and down the street. So as an adult who has had experience, you are trying to protect that child. But the child doesn't realize what he's being protected from. All the child knows is that he wants to be an adult and do it his way. And so the child is putting himself or herself in danger. This video is about to cut off. We will pick up here next time. I think this is a good stopping point. I'll leave you hanging a little bit. So we will talk about Mm. You don't know what you don't know. Thank you for joining me, Freddy Cooks International here. I only have this piece of skin left. It was perfect timing. That's bone. So good. It's a pepper. I love you for watching. Thank you so much. That was so good. I didn't even get anything to drink the entire time. Maybe once. So good.